Welcome to Crossroads. I'm Joe Tarsick, the founder of Crossroads Freedom Center, and I'm interviewing Seth Goodman. This film will be one of a few of the guys that have experienced Crossroads, and really it's better for you guys to understand what's going on from their testimony and where they are in life and how they're doing. And Seth's been here 8 months.
Yes.
Seth Goodman is our first house manager that we've ever had at Crossroads, mainly because of his progress and just his willing to change and really go after this new life that we proclaim at Crossroads. Of course, you hear me say hope, God, second chance, and freedom in every interview, because those are the key words, and Seth went through that process. And I just I'll ask him a few questions, but Seth, I'm going to turn it over to you for a second and kind of explain. Maybe you found out about us when you were in another place from Greg Ranenberger, correct?
Actually, I found out about this place through a nurse. I was in a psychiatric, I guess what they would call a psych eval. I was under an evaluation in a hospital, Montgomery General in Albany. And the nurse, something that had always been an issue with me being discharged was where they were going to place me. And their bed-to-bed slogan was something very difficult, especially with crisis centers and everything being full up a lot. So she took time. She was charge nurse that day, and she took time to tell the rest of her staff that she was going to be unavailable for about an hour. And it took that full hour to find someplace like this. So Crossroads isn't necessarily advertised through any Department of Justice or probation.
Right.
So she had to search, and being a Christian lady, she found Crossroads through a website, and I guess through somebody that she knew. And once I discovered about this place, I called you.
Yeah.
It was in 2017 or was it 2018, one of those 2 years. And since you said that medication, specific ones, weren't allowed to be taken here, I had to devote the next year to being withdrawn off of Suboxone.
Right, that's what I was going to ask you about Suboxone.
And then, again, at Massey, another crisis in my life, I met Greg, who happened to be a former employee here, and he directed me to you, and I finally got in.
Amen, amen. We'd like to kind of share a little bit about different medicines that some of the guys are prescribed and come in with. And there's a place for medicine in the world, and to help a man in a beginning stage of his recovery. But there's no medicine that can fix a spiritual problem. And that's really what we focus on, is a spiritual understanding, and give a man time to walk himself off as he gets stronger with his walk with the Lord. And of course, we know the Lord is the healer, and he has the power to do anything. And we learn, like I said, hope, God, second chance, and freedom. And Seth got here with some hope and started understanding God, and then I believe right now the second chance is saying you will never go back. And that was a big place to reach at Crossroads for every man. Not every man wants to say that or really understand it, but you have a young daughter.
Yes,
and 10 years old, and I guess she is got a place in your heart that we dug down and really realized what love meant and what that means, the love you've been given here, and how you're understanding your part as a father. And all the years before, you know, going through a cycle of addiction, and some things you're multi-talented, but the world and that challenge never got you to your potential. And I think God is now getting you there. And I don't want to leave out your uncle, that's been a major part in your walk. And your dad passed a while ago, correct?
17.
Yeah, so I mean, you've been kind of out on your own with him, kind of praying over, and through many connections, he kind of knows who we are, and this all became a great testimony for the Lord and encouraging them as they see your progress. So, where are you at right now? I know you've been working how many months now?
I've been working since February 24th, and that was after I started with David Bruckheimer. So possibly early February, I entered back into the workforce.
Okay.
Work is challenging just because I've been in the trade for so long, so I know what to expect when I go back in. It's just the type of people that you're around. Had I not been prepared by this place, I probably would have either relapsed, left, or even worse, lost everything that I'd worked for. This place has helped prepare me for a lot of tribulation that has come across, in the workforce and outside of that.
You gave me a text the other day about finally got your credit card.
Yes.
Right?
Last time I had a credit card that was in my name was in '99. I was 17, and I remember that I was so irresponsible that this thing had a cash advance option. I went to an ATM and it just kept giving me money well past my limit. I didn't know what that meant, especially to my credit score, but since I've been paying everything back since I've been here for the last 7 months, according to Equifax, I'm at 711 now.
Amen.
So that's an extreme leap for me.
In your words, if you were somebody that was watching in here and looking for a new life and really challenged, this progress doesn't come without challenges and growing, and it's a lifelong journey. There's still always be things to work on. Same with me in the Lord. We're always trying to grow and be more like Christ. But if you had a man or a family member or somebody, a wife, looking to understand more about Crossroads, how would you put it in your words on what Crossroads is?
Okay.
And I want to say there's a brotherhood here, and iron sharpens irons, and sometimes we rub each other, but that helps us grow. And I just want to say, Seth is in a family. This is just not a center. I don't know how to sometimes explain what we are here at Crossroads, but I'm going to let you share.
And I thought about this most of the day as far as this interview is concerned. Coming here to Crossroads, I didn't know what to expect. Anytime that I had entered a transitional housing, rehab, or whatever I've done in the past, and I tried to anticipate what it would be like, I was always wrong. So coming here, the basis of it was to find a place that would be structural, which is exactly what this is. It's structured, it has rules, it has enforcements, it has guidance, it has therapy, if you even want to call it. Anybody here on this property who's been here for an extensive time is available at all times to talk. So there's no shroud there. Coming in, I just wanted a place to be able to gather myself, my life, and to be able to try and move forward. But what I got when I got here, I didn't expect my aunt and uncle to be talking to me for at least a year, to make sure that I was following through and being consistent with something, especially since this place is a Christ-centered recovery. Since they're so devoted to Christ, they have been for 30 years, just that aspect of it. I thought that they would think, my portraying somebody else's thoughts, again, they would think that I'm trying to swindle them into involving Christ, and it's not what happened. They immediately, first of all, they were the people who gave me the ride here, and I didn't expect that at all. Seeing my growth, they involve themselves more and more, and they actually, they're so supportive of me right now, and it blows my mind because I've let a lot of people down in the past. So having them behind me at the same time as a couple of other choice friends that I've had, it's great, and it's unexpected. It's amazing what God can do, and that again is something that I didn't expect coming here, that I would be blessed so much so fast. All of this is happening very fast, and a lot faster than I thought it would. My life is getting back together. As far as Crossroads is concerned, it's nothing like any other place that I've been. You know, this place is amazing. It has so much potential for growth. It has so much potential to help people, especially, you know, with my anti-authority issues that I've had since I've been here. I don't like people telling me what to do, but in a sense, in the past, whenever I make my own decisions, especially if they're based on impulse, most of the time they're wrong.
Amen.
So I remember on the contract signing in here to be submissive to the Christian program or to the Christian faith. I can't remember it verbatim, but it did say, you know, there was going to be rules, there was going to be regulations, and there's going to be a schedule. And I had to abide by them, and I signed my name. And I remember my dad always told me, if you sign your name, that's your word on paper, so you have to agree. And I think that's a great moral and that's a great ethic to have in your life, but I didn't necessarily agree to that. I remember we had at it probably a month into it because I would just flat out refuse to get out of bed. But that's what this place is about. It's about change. It's about hope, chance, second chances, hope, God, second chances, freedom. Amen. In that order. And it's exactly what happened. Hope happened coming here. Second, God happened once I realized, you know, what I had been missing in my life. And it's just like that spiritual thing that you've been talking about, that sickness that we have. That was addressed through Bible studies, through classes, through church, through worship, through everybody here that's so strong in the faith already. You know, it's just we bring each other up. And then we have the second chance, you know, getting back into the workforce, getting off of the 16 different types of medications I was on before I got here, which, you know, I didn't expect that to happen, but that spiritual sickness may have caused the need for most of those medications, you know, it's psychological, physical, whatever you want to put behind it.
Amen. Amen.
And then freedom, you know, you classify all of those well to be able to put that as a slogan for this place because it happens in that order.
Amen.
And when somebody walks out of this place, when I see myself leaving, I see myself able to. Not just, you know, 30 days you're introduced into a program and then they want you out the door because they have that, you know, turnkey operation. That's not what happens here.
Amen.
And I love it.
Amen. Amen. Well, Seth did mention a spiritual, really we're a spiritual hospital. And like I said, you can't heal a person with medicine. Medicine does have its place and does help, but to really have a clear understanding of your surroundings and how to make good, healthy decisions with just the word, with God's Spirit and the person that God has intended us to be is a process, but it is real, and these guys are walking in it, and it's not about me, it's about their relationship with Christ and the power that he gives each man once he gets out of his bondage from the past and really understands what a new life is, and it's a blessing. My blessings come when I see a man like Seth make moves and goes after taking care of his child with all his heart, and he wants to be there for her forever. This isn't a short-term thing that we do here, and not every guy goes after it like this. You know, some of them have to leave and come back, but I'm very excited about Seth, and that's why he's the house manager right now, giving him some responsibility to challenge him and see how he can grow, because we all need challenge. We just need to have brothers and sisters around to help us understand if we make a mistake, we have to grow from it, and he's doing great. I just wanted you to see one of the guys at Crossroads that has a bright future, and all to the unbelievable place God gave us here at Crossroads. And those 4 key words, hope, God, second chance, and freedom, is what I experienced, and that's what I try to share with guys. So this isn't anything just made up. This is something that's happened to all of us. So thank you again. Seth, you want to pray us out?
Yes.